Okay, today we will discuss about how we can integrate Apache Tomcat with MySQL database. Okay, how we can store Tomcat users in MySQL database. Okay, okay. To integrate Apache Tomcat with MySQL, what are the prerequisites? First of all, we have to download the MySQL connector jar. Okay. First of all, we have to download the MySQL connector jar and we have to place the MySQL connector jar in the Apache Tomcat lib directory. Okay. Next, we have to install MySQL server. If MySQL server is not installed, we have to install MySQL server. Once MySQL server is installed, we have to log into the MySQL server and we have to create one database. And inside in the database, we have to create two tables. One is for users and one is for user role relationship table. Okay, so in these two tables we have to insert users and user roles. Okay, and after that we have to uh, integrate jdbc realm in the our server.xml. Okay, once this configuration is completed, we have to restart the Tomcat server. Then we can log in, we can create a users in the MySQL database without restarting the Tomcat. Okay, so this is the agenda for this session. Okay, and first, where we can download this MySQL connector jar, you can search on Google MySQL connector jar. Okay, or you can type MySQL connector Maven dependency. Okay, you can go to the link, and here we have a download link. Okay, you can click on this download link. You will get the MySQL connector jar like this. Okay, MySQL hyphen connector hyphen jar. Okay, this is the latest version 5.1.35. Okay, you can download it. So we have to copy this jar into Apache Tomcat lib directory. Okay, you don't have your VM GUI access, then you can copy the jar file with WinSCP. Okay, yes, sir, local Tomcat Apache Tomcat lib. Okay, if we are placing any jar in this lib, means this jar is shared for the all the deployed applications in the Apache Tomcat. Okay. Next, we have to install the MySQL server. If it is installed in some other system, it's not a problem. If you want to install MySQL server in Ubuntu, we have to run apt-get install MySQL-server. Okay, you have to run this command. It will install the MySQL server on Ubuntu. If you want to install in CentOS, I think it is yum. Okay, you have to type yum install, and you have to uh, maybe this package name is will be different in CentOS. Okay, if it is correct, it will install. Okay, so once MySQL server is installed, we have to log into MySQL server. MySQL hyphen u hyphen u means that is the username and hyphen p password. You can type enter, and here we have to enter the password of the root user. Okay, so we are logged into the MySQL database. Okay, show databases. Okay, it will list down the databases are exist in the MySQL DB. Okay, so these are the databases available. These are the default databases. So now we have to create one database. Okay, how we can create database? This is the command to create the database. Okay, create is the keyword, and database Tomcat user role is the database name. Okay, okay, so now you can run the show databases. Here you can see Tomcat user role. Database is created. So next we have to create tables. This is the syntax to create the tables. Create table, users is the table name, and user underscore name is the column name, and user underscore pass is the column name. Okay, users table have two columns, user underscore name and user underscore pass. Okay, this username is the primary key. Okay, okay, here it is thrown error, no database selected. Okay, so use Tomcat user role. Okay, database changed. Then we can run this command, create table users. Okay, so now we can see the table, show tables. Okay, users table is created. So next one is user underscore roles. This is the uh, user role mapping table. Okay, create a table, user underscore role is the table name, and user underscore name and role underscore name is the, these two are the column names. Okay, so here you can see tables, two tables are created, users table and user underscore roles table. Okay, so next we have to insert the data into the database. Okay, so this is the syntax to insert the uh, users into the users table. Insert into users, these two are the column names, and values db tomcat, db tomcat. Okay, okay, insert into users, users is the table name and these two are the column names and the values of the columns. Okay, so if you want to see the details, select star from users. See here, user underscore name column db tomcat, user underscore pass db tomcat. Okay, next we have to insert the user role mapping table data. Okay, it is inserted. Select star from user underscore roles. Okay, so means in the users table we have created one user db tomcat, and in this user roles table we are assigned manage-gi role to this db tomcat user. Okay, so next we have to edit the server.xml and we have to add the realim element. Okay, so first of all, where we can find this realim element? Okay, so you can go to Apache Tomcat conf, open the server.xml. So server is the root element and inside some listeners are there, global naming resources and service Catalina, and in this inside the engine we have a realim. Okay, and host. Okay, we have to add realim in this server.xml. Okay, uh, before going to update that, go to Tomcat documentation, click on the relims. Okay, so in this relim we have some implementations are there. Jdbc relim is the one kind of relim, and data source relim, J&A relim, user database relim, memory relim, jas relim, command relim, lockout relim. These relims are available in the Apache Tomcat. Okay, we can configure any one of these relim in the server.xml, or we can configure with combined. Here combined relim also, if combined relim is we can combine with any one of these. Means you can use any two relims inside the combined relim. Okay, so it will check in the two systems. Suppose if you want to check with the database users and if you want to check with file system users, then you can configure user database relim and jdbc relim. Okay, if the user find in the jdbc, it will allow to log in the user. If it is found in the users tomcat-users.xml, then also it will allow to log in. Okay, so these are the real implementations available by default in Apache Tomcat. Okay, so by default, the Tomcat will use the user database relim. These user database relim and memory relims are these relims are stored as a XML files. Okay, that is the tomcat-users.xml. Okay, in that XML file, we have to add users. Okay, and these two relims will read that xml file and it will check the authentication details in the that xml file. Okay, if we use these relims means whenever we add a user, we have to restart the tomcat server. Okay, and another one is jdbc relim. This jdbc relim means we can integrate with the databases like Mysql or MS SQL, Oracle database. Okay, data source relim also same like JDBC relim. Okay, and J&A relim means this relim, if you are working in a big organization, they will definitely maintain Active Directory or LDAP. Okay, means they have domain control, they have domain usernames and password. Okay, so we can integrate with the LDAP or Active Directory. Okay, so this just really means this will implement the developers they want implement their own implementation. They can use this just really. Okay, combined really means we can combine any one of these two. Okay, and lockout also it is also just a it will stored in the XML file only. Okay, these are the real implementations available. Okay, now I am going to show you this JDBC realm. Okay, you can go to this documentation. So here you can see the JDBC realm, and here you can find the, so for each realm there is a different implementation class, so we have to specify this class name. Okay, if you are uh, using J&A realm, this should be different. Okay, you can see here data source realm watch.apache.catalina.realm.data source realm. For the J&A it will be different. See here J&A realm. Okay, this the implementation class will be different. Okay, for the each realm. Okay, so now we are going to use the JDBC realm. So we have to take this realm element. Okay, and this realm element has some attributes. Okay, one is the class name, and we have to specify the JDBC realm implementation class and the driver name. So this driver name, if we are using the MySQL database, we have to specify the MySQL connector driver, and if you are using a Oracle database, we have to give the Oracle database driver. Okay, and the connection URL, we have to specify the uh, database URL. Okay, suppose it is a MySQL database, we have to specify the MySQL uh, authentication URL, and username and password you have to pass in that URL only, and we have to specify the user table. Okay, and we have to specify the table name, and we have to specify the column names. Okay, and we have to specify the user role table. Okay, and we have to specify the column name also. Okay, so once we add this realm element in the server.xml, we have to restart the Tomcat server. So go to the server.xml. So here we have a already realm element is configured. This is the lockout realm. So here you can see use the lockout realm to prevent attempts to guess user passwords. Okay, it is a brute force attack. Means if it is not enabled, anyone can hack your Tomcat server. Okay, if it is enabled means it will not allow the password attack. Okay, so inside this it is used the user database realm. Okay, so means it will read the users from the tomcat-users.xml. Okay, so here is already configured where we have to put the realm element. Okay, so how this realm element will work? So the realm element is located in the engine element. Okay, so we can configure this realm element for each host. Okay, you can configure for all hosts globally, we can specify here. Okay, if you configure this realm element in the host element, okay, the host realm element will override this realm element. Okay, okay, in the engine we have parent level realm. Okay, if we configured another realm in the host element, this host realm element will override the engine realm. Okay, so we have to place our realm element here. Copy the realm element, save it. So the class name is JDBC realm, and driver name and connection URL is um, this. Here we have to specify the database name, that is the Tomcat user role is the database name, No, no, it will override. This lockout will not override. This user database realm will override. Okay. Yeah, we can remove this realm. That is not a problem. Okay, and the username to connect database root and password root. Okay, user stable and user role, user underscore role stable, column name. Okay, this is correct. Save the file and um, exit. Stop the Tomcat server and then start the Tomcat server. So, we can, yeah, we can have one realm or we can combine with. Okay, I will come back. I will come back to. Okay, here I can click on status and the Tomcat. So here it is not allowing to login. Tomcat. Okay, you can go and check the com Tomcat users. You can see Tomcat user is there. Okay, but it is not allowing. Why? We are configured the new Jdbc element inside the host element. Okay, so here we created a user db Tomcat in the database. So this user can log in. Okay, so he can. This user has manager FNG role. So that's why he can access the. He has a full control of the manager application. Okay, so okay, now I want to add users. Terminal mysql -u root -p. Okay, and use Tomcat user role database changed. And then so here I am creating one more user db Tomcat one. Okay, here I am inserting into roles table. The user one is db Tomcat one, and here I am giving the role to this user script. Okay, enter. So this time I am not restarting the Tomcat server. Okay, you can. Okay, log in with Tomcat. Okay, it is not allowing. Okay, so next db Tomcat 1. Okay, it is logged. Okay, without restarting the Tomcat we can able to log in. Okay, we can click on list of application. It will not show you the content because this user has the manage reference script role. Okay, so like that we can add any number of users. To status. Okay, so here log in with another user, maybe Tomcat 2. Okay, it is logged in. Okay, okay. So like this, we can add any number of users without restarting the Tomcat server. Okay, so next one is command reading. So if you want uh, use the command realm, you can configure command realm like this. Okay, so you can copy this command realm and go to server.xml and paste here. Okay, okay, save it. And this time we have to restart the Tomcat server because we updated the server.xml, right? Okay, shutdown.sh and startup.sh. So you can take new session. Okay, now this time we can log in with Tomcat. Okay, so it is allowing, right? So we can log in. If the user exists in the XML file, it will allow to log in. Okay, if the user is exists in the database, it will allow. Okay, okay. So next, once again restart the Tomcat server. I think it is not started. Go to the Tomcat installation, logs, um, Catalina.out. Base date is 10th. It is logging. It is not. Okay. Okay. So here the host realm will overwrite this engine realm, right? So if you don't want to allow these brute force attacks, we can uh, configure this lockout realm like this. Inside the lockout realm, we configure the command realm. Inside the command realm, we are using user database realm and Jdbc realm. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So here in this command realm, if you want to check the JNDA realm and JDBC realm, then also we can use. We can use the both. Okay. Here, is it clear? Any doubts? So if you want to see more information on the realm element, you can go through this documentation. Okay, here examples are also there. Okay, how we can configure uh, realms. Okay, so this JDBC realm and data source realm also both are same. Okay, so this in this JDBC realm, instead of directly using JDBC, here they are using the JNDA data sources. Okay, so next one is, yeah, next one is yeah, system administrator will configure the Tomcat server, or sometimes build engineers also have to do. System administrators, they will give you permissions to build engineer. Most of the time, build engineers have to set up. Okay. DB admin, they will configure the MySQL database side only. Okay. So actually, this security manager we can see later. In the conf directory, we have a catalina.policy file. Okay, you can open text editor. Okay, in this catalina.policy, it will they have given some default permissions on specific classes. Okay, so you no need to change on this catalina.policy. If anything is custom requirements, we have to do. And generally, we no need to change this Catalina policy. If you want enable security on Tomcat server, we have to launch Tomcat like this. We have to launch not this one. We have to launch Tomcat like this. Okay, means uh, go to terminal, shutdown.sh. So in this only we have a Catalina.sh. Okay, hyphen security. Okay, means it will enable the security for your Tomcat. Start. Yeah, start. We have to. It is showing the options here. These are the options available. Debug. Okay, debug security and JPDA start means it. If you want to debug remote systems, we have to start like this. Okay, this is not required. Okay. 1 minute, guys. Server status, go to logs. So you can see the log information here, error information. Container base at child start, fail to start component host table manager. Okay, we will see the security manager later. Okay. So the next one is J&A data sources. How we can use this J&A data sources. This is not required. The developers will handle this one. Okay. And this Jdbc data sources means how we can integrate with the databases, Mysql or Oracle. Okay. This thing also we covered in the Jdbc video. Okay. So basically, we need this how we can configure JDBC room. Okay, and this thing is how developers have to configure the XML files. Okay, for that purpose, this JDBC data sources. Okay, and the next one, class loading means how Tomcat will start. Okay, that information here is there. Okay, whenever we run the startup.sh, how it will execute. Okay, first it will run the bootstrapper and then it will execute system and then it will execute commons and web app 1 web app 2 means these are the deployed applications. Okay, they you can see in the bin directory tomcat bin directory. In this we have a bootstrap.jar, right? Bootstrap jar and commons daemon. Okay, some jars are there. So first it will run this bootstrapper. Okay, and then it will system means it will load these jars, bootstrapper.jar and tomcat julie remaining jars are there, right, in the bin directory. Tomcat julie commons daemon. Okay, these jars will load. Okay, and then common, it will load the all the libraries available in the lib directory, those jars will load. Okay, then it will load your deployed applications. Okay, is it clear how while starting the Tomcat, how Tomcat will behave? Okay, so okay, and the next one is SSL configuration. Okay, this SSL means secure socket layer. Means let's take any banking applications. Those banking applications by default enabled in the HTTPS. HTTPS is the secure socket layer protocol. Okay, so why we have to enable HTTPS on our website? Okay, if any um, important data sending from client to server, we have to encrypt the data. So if anyone trying to hack your site, so users passwords or some important data, they will hack the data and they will try to hack their accounts. So in that situation, if we enable HTTPS, means it will send data from client to server in an encrypted manner. Okay, suppose you can take banking application, we will enter our login ID and password, right? So whenever we click on submit button, uh, that will send the username and password as a encrypted manner. Okay, it will encrypt the data and it will send to the server. Okay, server will decrypt that request and it will process the request. Okay, so if anyone trying to hack that request, okay, they will get the encrypted data. They don't know what is the exact data is in that request. Okay, so for that purpose we have to enable HTTPS on our websites. Okay, so if you want enable HTTPS, we have to purchase SSL certificate. Okay, a lot of third-party vendors are there. We can purchase SSL certificate from SSL authorities. Okay, or if you want to just test this SSL functionality for your Tomcat, we can generate a dummy certificate. Okay, we have a key tool. Okay, it is packed with Java. Okay, we can use that key tool and we can generate a dummy certificate and we can configure the dummy certificate. Okay, so, so first of all we have to generate, these are the steps to configure SSL. Okay, first of all we have to generate a dummy certificate and we have to enable SSL connector in the server.xml. By default this connector will be disabled in the server.xml and we have to enable that connector element and we have to update the values. Okay, so how we can generate this dummy certificate? We can copy this is the command key tool. Key tool is the command hyphen gen key, means generate a key, hyphen alias, alias name we can give here, and hyphen key algm, this is the key algorithm. Okay, key algorithm is RSA algorithm, and hyphen key store, where we have to store the key store file. Okay, here we have to specify the key store file location. Okay, so yes sir, local Tomcat hyphen 8 dot 0 dot 23. Okay, so you can copy this command, go to terminal, run this command. Once you run this command, it will ask some questions. Okay, what is your company name, all these things. Okay, key tool hyphen gen key hyphen alias mysert, and key algorithm lg rsa hyphen key store. Enter. Okay, it will ask you password for that uh, file. Okay, I am giving the password here and confirming the password. So here, what is your first and last name? You can give your first and last name. What is the name of your organizational unit? IT IT training. Okay. What is the name of your organization? You can give any name here. Training. Okay. What is the name of your city or locality? What is the name of your state or province? So AP. What is the two-letter country code? Okay, this is the information you provided. Okay, if you want to correct this information, you can press no. Okay, if you this is the correct one, you can press y. Okay, so enter key password for my certificate. Okay, return if same as key store password. Okay, if you don't want to give another password for that key store, you can just press enter. Okay, it will generated key file here. You can see mysert.crt. Okay, so next we have to uh, open the server.xml file. So here we have a connector elements, right? Connector, and we have one more connector here, right? This is the HTTPS connector is disabled. So we have to copy this one, or you can copy the connector element. You can paste outside the comments. Okay, the HTTPS connector port is 8443, and this is the protocol. and SSL enable true, and here we have to add key store file location where it is located. So we have to change this path. Okay. Okay, this is the key store file location. Okay. And then we have to give the key store password which you are given while generating the certificate. Okay. So and then you can go to terminal, restart the Tomcat server. Okay, it is working on 8080 port. So next we have to colon 8443. Oh, sorry. This is uh, this is the HTTPS protocol. So we have to mention the HTTPS colon. Okay. Okay. So here you can see this connection is untrusted. Okay. You have asked Firefox to connect securely to, but cannot confirm that your connection is secure because this is the dummy certificate. That's why we are getting this connection is unsecure. Okay. So if you want to continue, you can click on this. I understand the risks. Okay. Add exception. Okay. And then confirm security exception. You will redirect to this one. Okay. So our Tomcat is running on HTTPS. So here in the left side in the URL bar, in the left side we have a log, right? You can click on this log and you can click on this more information. So here we have a view certificate, right? You can click on view certificate. See here, this is the our certificate information. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so like this we can configure HTTPS on Tomcat server. Okay, so that you have any doubts in on previous sessions? So tomorrow we can see virtual hosting. Okay, virtual hosting and how we can run multiple Tomcat instances in single server. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you all. Yeah, if you have any issues, you can mail me. Okay, installation Tomcat or okay.